Hello guys. I'm gonna connect to the game.
Probably move my microphone towards my face instead of pointing at the wall. Scuffed start to a stream, of course. For some reason this game seems to keep crashing. Oh, I've never seen this before, where it just refuses to... That game doesn't exist anymore. AK's Tamer lane's left, so they might be changing hub. Yeah, 2 matchups to show you guys today. I think there's 5 games going on. But they're all either now or in 1 hour's time, so I can only bring you 2. I think the game that most people would want to see is this one, which is Tamer Lane versus Ako. So let's look at the predictions for that quickly. What do people say? People predicting Tamer Lane's team to take it, about 47% of votes predicting Tamer Lane 2-0. And then only 31 for Ako, and 22 for a draw. Okay, what did I put? Draw. No, actually, I predicted Ako for this one as a 2-0. We'll see what happens. Oh, I have so much shit open on my other monitor. But yeah, maps will be Nitro and Tempest, I believe. I'm assuming the audio on the stream is all right. But if it's not, then please let me know. I haven't changed anything, but I am now streaming on 2 platforms at once, so it might change something, I don't know. But here we go, all the players are in the server now. Just waiting for a quick swap between J-Ski and Plasma. I did miss a game earlier between Tamer Lane's team and someone else. And that was a 1-1. Red are readied up. This is an interesting one. I think I probably favour Ako's team on this map. Seems like the sort of map they'd all be good on as predominantly 2K4 players. Lots of open space on Nitro, lots of hit scan. And Ako a really good amp runner. But Tamer Lane's one of those players, especially on Nitro, where he can just have a really explosive game up the top. Hang around that sniper position, control belt and amp. Just waiting on ready up. There we are, AK's ready. And on to map 1 between these 2 teams.
2, 1.
Items on the screen. As Jayski gets first blood with the Black Cannon and a quick double kill. So already 3 points up our Echo squad. Just gonna switch to SKL. He's got that sniper. But Dai is going for the health. First armor's coming up soon. And a bit of a fight over it. It's 2v1, 3v1, all onto Plasma, and it will be Echo to get that 100 armor. And kills Plasma. And he didn't take any damage. Oh. Goes for a little swim. But now that he's made his way over towards the belt, he's in a strong position to try and defend this belt. Oh, rocket to the wall. And he's gonna probably go down here. Yeah, he does do. And now that's red team swarming the belt room. It will be Tamer Lane to pick that one up as Aljust gets the 100. Tamer Lane taking control of the top position. This is generally where he likes to play, and it's a really strong position right now because the amp's coming up in 10 seconds. And two freshly spawned players trying to contest the amp on Echo's side will go down. Tamer loses his belt, but the amp's just coming up now. Goes to Tamer. Oh, it did just drop. Oh, the keg was actually taken immediately. And Tamer assumed it would be there, but it wasn't. And now he's vulnerable. Just needs to hit Echo with one of these shots. There we go. Jayski gets punished for dropping. Possibly another one, but Tamer only good for one on that amp run. And goes over to SKL. He's just going to use it to wait out the back of this belt room, and that will absolutely secure his team the belt. So good use of the amp by SKL there. Didn't want to overextend and potentially give it up again. But let's switch to Echo. He was the recipient of that last belt. You tend to just stay around the top and take pot shots. Is a really strong position here if you're stacked, because you have influence over the 100 armor, which was, well, is about to come up. And Tamer's defending it. Echo goes down. So much damage from all directions as Tamer gets the 100, but probably going to die here. So total wipe of all the armors. And the big reset. Lots of players going down there. And that could make this next 10 seconds very interesting, because you've got the amp, the keg, and the belt all coming up, and then the 100 armor immediately after. So red team clear out the belt. Denobase is going to jump for it. Oh, misses the jump. So it's onto Tamer, who's getting amped by Echo. Echo's going to make this jump, surely. Oh, he misses it. But he's got teammates to support him. Oh, no way. What's going on here? That's so much amp time burned. That's a real shame. But Nuki goes down. Now Echo's looking large and in charge. Super stacked with the amp and a sniper in the middle of the map. Gets a couple kills off it. He's now getting backstabbed by Plasma, but has that rocket launcher for close range. And is up to a killing spree as he ties the game up for his team. And now takes the lead. So great play by Echo. Oh, we just witnessed Aljust get absolutely nuked by a flak bomb just before he picked up the 100. Which means that control is still very contested on Nitro. We'll swap over to Nuki, who has that 100. And now a 50. So looking pretty solid. It's one kill up top. They really want to clear out this top area. And now Nuki's on a killing spree as well. So this is great for red. They already have someone on belt. Tamer's there to pick it up. Plasma got the 100 on the other side as well, so all the armor going to red. And they're starting to push this lead up a little bit again. Had been tied up, of course. Keg's up, as is the amp. Amp goes to Echo. He's surely going down here, yeah, only with enforcers. SKL there picked it up for a second, but we'll go to Tamer, who's got the keg this time. So that's quite big. Oh, that's rough. Just can't really afford to go around that corner there because of the danger of the flak cannon. There we go. He's picked up a shock. That's important, but he gets sniped once. Eiko goes down. Looking for spawners. Tamer heard that spawn around the corner. So a couple kills off that amp run. Nice shock combo. And survives the flak bomb from J-Ski. Might be enough to get in this belt, but it's delayed. And yeah, and he jumps off it. And Blue swarmed the room, and Al just got the 100. So Blue just got all the armor. And it's a 1-point game still. So now it's their turn to see what they can do. As Eiko goes up close against someone with flak, takes a lot of damage. And another flak bomb, so all that armor of Eiko is gone. He does get Nuki in the end. But more armor goes the way of Blue as Aljas picks up that 100 armor. Let's follow him for a second. Eiko just gets a double kill as I switch away from him, of course. And Aljas goes down as I switch to him. Ah, Spectator Curse. Well, the Amp Brother is up. Eiko's been all over this Amp, as per usual. Definitely in charge of timing that for his team. And he's on another killing spree. How many kills has he had? 19 to Tamerlane's 18. So 2 titans of this matchup. As Eiko dives down the bottom to support his teammates. Oh, so many players that were in front of him there, but I don't think he realised. As they all lined up, just looked like one player. As he gets another one. And it's still only a 1-point game, so it's really close. Neither team really able to establish control. There have been a couple moments where one team got most of the armor, but for the most part, not a great deal came of that. I think this 2-point lead is the biggest lead that Blue have had. What's Eiko doing? Trying to be Flow. Let's go over to Plasma as he's a bit stacked. He's defending this 100 armor for his teammate because he's already got armor. And he kills Aljas, who tries to sneak in around the corner. Oh, that's big from Plasma as well. Free kill here. Gotta take those when you can. But Eiko gets the belt. And Eiko's in great position for the amp. He knows it's coming up. There we go. And they're starting to lose grip of the amps, honestly. We haven't really seen a push for them on the amps for a little while. They are pushing this amp because Eiko can't hit at the moment. But it's only a matter of time before he starts killing people. Some uncharacteristic misses. But that belt keeping him alive. Seems every time I see Eiko, he's got stack or an amp, or both. As he's up to another killing spree. That's his 3rd killing spree this match. He's cleaning up the belt room. Oh, SKL goes down, sitting on the amp, looking the wrong way. And that allows Tamerlane to get the belt, kills Eiko as well. Al just got the 100, so reasonably even trade. But that kind of halts the momentum that Eiko's team could have got there. And a double kill for Tamerlane, showing that he's just as proficient with that sniper. Oh, what a shot. I'm going to switch over to Aljas. He's playing that 100 armor position. Looking pretty stacked here. He has just run out of shock ammo though. And the amp's coming up. This time Tamerlane gets the amp. Let's follow him. Oh, probably going down here. Clutch sniper from Tamer and a bit of team support helps him out. And blue team are looking the other way. Someone sneaks up. It's Eiko from behind. J-Ski to pick up the amp and the belt. So now with that minigun, he can take... Oh, great weapon drop from his team as well. Oh, he shoots his teammate. That's unfortunate. Nope. Tamer goes down. And now we've seen actual lead here. This is the biggest lead we've seen all game. It's only 8 frags. Make that 9. Back down to 8. And it seems like blue team are getting a grip on both of the items. It looked like it was mostly belt goes to red, 100 armor goes to blue before, but now blue are making more presence in the belt room. Actually, blue have double the belts of red. So it seems like most of red's frags are just from pure aim. They are losing the item battle. Oh, great play by Tamerlane. Kills his opponent before he can reach the belt, but not enough to take out J-Ski, who will pick up that belt. And we'll probably move over to pick up this amp in just a second. Denobase goes down. Oh, amp stolen by Plasma. Kills his teammate. There we go. Makes up for it. That's a double kill, nearly a triple kill. Oh, it goes down. Nuki there to pick it up. But he's run into 2 enemies and goes down himself. Last... Oh, cursed amp run. As per usual. But Aljas again with his 100 armor. There we go. Finally gets Plasma, and that lands him next to that amp, that keg rather. Still only a 7-point lead for blue. Definitely winnable for either team at this point. Especially because Aljas is out of position for this 100 armor. Nobody's here to take it. Oh, there we are. Nuki's here. Probably going down. Oh, the dodge bug on this game, man. As Aljas eats a full flak the second he picks up that armor, so it's a total reset on the stacks here. Let's follow Denobase, as we haven't really seen much of him in this game. Oh, dodging away from that shock combo. And it's a insta-gib fight against J-Ski there. The amp's up. Deno knows that, but he goes down to a rocket. Nuki's here with the grab. A chance for them to start racking up some kills here and make up this 10-point lead. Oh, stray flakball kills the amp carrier. That's really unfortunate. And Aiko's there to pick it up. There we go. Another amped rocket teammate kill. And Tamer's there to kill Aiko. He drops the amp. And amp belt goes to Tamerlane. Double kill. And if he drops to the keg here, he'll actually hit max stack. He doesn't know it's up. Just going to support his teammates with the 100 armor. Getting close range linked though. So much pressure applied, but he does have the composure to hit those 2 sniper shots. Well played by him. And his teammate got the keg. So a great sort of 30 seconds for red team. Just seemingly unable to make up this sort of 8 frags that they've been trailing for the best part of a few minutes now. And a killing spree for Tamer. Watches his teammate go down. It's 2 players spawn on top of him. And that's probably the belt given up. Oh, J-Ski took team damage and then dies to 1 sniper. But still, 2 players in the belt. Tamer gets 1 kill, but the belt still goes to Aiko. And I hear the amp door. It's actually red in a much better position, and they have stack. Plasma's there to pick up the amp. Let's follow him. He has the flak cannon out. Doesn't have any hit scan, so he needs to get up close or drop this amp, but he's just gibbed almost instantly. Nuki dies as well. Loads of team support for the amp though means Dino still has the amp for his team as he takes down Aiko off the spawn and a double kill. So that's a 2-point game now thanks to this amp run. Looking real close going into the last 30 seconds of the match. Keg's actually up. People have totally lost time of that. It is quite out of the way. As Dino moves in, opportunity for lots of kills on this lift here with the rocket launcher. He's 2 points behind. Still 2 points behind our blue. Oh, our red, sorry. Plasma's got the 100 armor. Let's follow him. Nearly a kill onto Aljas, who dodges the combo. It's a tie game. And a lead for red. 2 points in it now. The keg was taken. Now red just need to survive. Plasma goes down. It's a 1-point game. Anyone on blue needs a kill here. But with 3 seconds left, it's looking unlikely. Oh, what a game. 1 point lead for red with the comeback in the last minute or so off the back of an amp run. Well played. And 50 frags for Tamerlane. 5.8k damage. Great game. Really close, down to the wire. Look at those 100 armors on Aljas. 15 of his team's 1600 armors. Absolutely locked down that room. And actually pretty even on the power-ups overall. I'd say slight advantage for blue on the 100 armors, but I think that was made up for by the damage of Tamerlane in particular in that top position. You have a replay. I think this is a headshot from Tamer. Or flick headshot on a dodging player. Very nice. Right, we're going into game 2 now, which will be on Tempest, the remake made for this draft cup in particular. Much more closed map. Definitely a map you can play a bit more tactically. You can hold choke points and deny rooms, maybe move around as a team a bit more, as opposed to Nitro, which can be quite hit scan based. But still, as with Nitro, a map where you need to clear the amp room, or at least have a plan going in to attack the amp. It is, of course, in the middle of the map, on the rafters. You can hammer jump to it in this version, but it's always better to have boots. Tamer's team is ready. So already my prediction's out the window. I said it would be a 2-0 for Aiko's team. I think a lot of, well, at least 30% of the people who voted in that poll are in the same boat as me there. But still a chance for a draw. And I think that would be fitting, given how close that last game was. Ooh. 2 headshots for Denobase in warm-up. There we go, Aiko's ready. Let's switch over to the game. As Have Fun is called by Team Red. And here we go, on to map 2 of the matchup. Opportunity for a draw here, as I said. There will be 2 maps played between these 2 teams.
3, 2, 1.
Following Nuki, he got that sniper position and a minigun and a flak, so lots of guns to work with. And he's gonna look for some kills. Nice headshot onto Aiko. Good way to start a map. And a full flak onto Aljas. So that's pretty important because his 100 armor's coming up and only SKL is there to defend it for blue. As he will surely go down here. Aljas goes down instead. Nuki, 4 kills already. Not even 30 seconds into the game, so great start for him. I'm glad we chose to start on him. Oh, but he is team killed by Tamer, who got the 100 armor, so let's follow him. As his team moves in towards the belt, but 3 blue team players already there, and this is quite the choke point, even with the slide under doors. And Tamer's armor is half gone. It's actually just going to back off to the 100. Picks up the health. Oh, defending Plasma. And that's quite an interesting move by Aiko. Goes knowing he has the low health, he goes ahead of his teammate to try and do some damage with Link Gun. And messy fights, lots of stack being lost here for both teams. Ahead of this amp, which is up in 7 seconds. will be in the central room. Looks like blue team already taking presence in the map. Aiko going for the hammer jump. Makes it up there, but gets killed by Plasma's rockets. He had the boots. And now has the amp as a result. Oh, patient sniper shot is missed because his teammate kills his opponent already. And he's rushed down by 3 Enforcer players. That middle room is super risky to stay in because there's spawns all around the outside of the map and people will run towards you if you have that amp. As Jayski gets a kill. And tons of damage onto Dino. The belt's coming up. Jayski had the boots, he jumps up, but it's taken by somebody else. Honestly, great play by Jayski there. Just unfortunate to have the belt stolen from him as Tamerlane kills Aiko posthumously with the bio. Follows him through the... I think he followed him under the slide door. Jayski not able to chase Plasma there, who backs away with a patient combo. But again, a really messy fight in this 100 armor room. Lots of Enforcers. And Nuki will just turn around and one-shot Jayski with the flak there. And the 100 armor goes the way of Aljas this time. That's probably his second 100 of the match. So as with last game, he is the player with the most 100 armors. Let's see if he can keep that up. And that's a great combo. Nearly spawn frags his teammate. But the belt's up. And it's Red who are in position to get it this time. As Plasma trying to get some health. Oh, great play by Plasma. Saved those 2 boot charges for the belt and the amp. Perfectly done. Really well played by him there. But now he needs to do something with this amp. Needs to find opponents. There we go. He's seen SKL, who will surely go down here. Three players in front of him. How has that combo done no damage? There we go. 3 more players in front of him, so he's just running into hordes of enemies here. As Aljas goes down, a killing spree for Plasma. And that's all due to that great boot jump play he made. You know, on some maps you can afford to really abuse the boots and use them up to get frags, but this is a map where they're a utility item first and foremost. Plasma showing how powerful that can be with 5 frags, all due to his control play. Will be a belt going to blue this time, relatively uncontested by Red by the looks of things. It's blue, just going for some poke damage and then backing off. Does seem this rocket room under the belt is a quiet area of the map. As Jayski goes in with the tri-rockets, gets 2 kills with that rocket launcher. And is fighting for the 100. He knows it's coming up. And now it's Jayski on a killing spree. Man, we're getting great luck on who I choose to follow this time around. Aiko gets nuked by Tamer just before he picks up the amp. And Tamer jumping between the rafters here. Hits Jayski, but Jayski was stacked. Luckily he has teammates here to back him up, but nearly goes down himself. And the belt's coming up. If he can get there at a time. Oh, he's one-shottable. Jayski's running up. Tamer not able to get to that belt, cut off by opponents. And it's looking like blue have the advantage stack-wise. It is a tie game, I've just noticed. So close between these 2 teams. Put up the scores so you have a look up. Interesting to see, actually, a much more even point distribution. Great long-range fire by Nukoi. But it's interesting to see a more even points distribution. Nuki on fire, actually, leading for his team this time around. After a great start as well. But slightly more of a carry performance on blue here, from Jayski, in fact. With the most kills and the most damage, well, second most damage in the game at the moment. But a tie game and lots of armor on the side of blue. Let's follow Aljas. He's just picked up that 100. He's looking for a gun. Oh, but the rockets from behind. Not able to get to a weapon in time. The amps just spawned and unfortunately the boots aren't up. Mookie trying to clean out the room. But blue have made an amp play. Jayski misses the amp. And he will go down here. So the amp is still available. There we go. Boots go the way of red. No, he actually didn't pick up those boots. That's unfortunate. Still though, situation is under control. Tamer gets the boots and is happy to plink away with this enforcer. Picks up a shock rifle. But he's a total glass cannon here. Only 100 health. Great boot jump combo from Tamer to take position on this belt, which is just about to spawn. So good timing on his part. Aiko surely goes down here again. He does. And a double kill. Almost a beautiful combo by Tamer. That would have absolutely nuked Aljas if it was just a meter to the left. But a great little run from Tamer there. Putting his team a mere 1 frag in the lead. Such an even game. If Tamer's team walks away with a 2-0, then that's pretty clutch. He does go down. Let's follow Aljas again as he picks up the 100 armor. Been all over it this game. Definitely a player that plays 100 armor positions, it seems. Oh, as he's caught with 2 players, actually has the composure to take out one of them quite cleanly. But does go down. The belt goes the way of Plasma. Let's follow him as he walks into a combo. Luckily he doesn't do any damage. And that one, again, flying very close by. But they're making a move on this amp. It's Aiko who goes up and headshots Tamer lane. And Plasma goes down to Jayski. I don't know what happened to the amp there. Tamer somehow walks away with the amp. That's ridiculous. After getting headshot, but he is killed by Jayski off the spawn. And finally, there's some calm around this amp carrier. Taking out Nukoi. And a second off the spawn. Third shot connects onto Plasma, but Jayski got to watch his head. So many enemies in this room. And the dying seconds of those that amp will be the end of that run. And it's belt to play for. Dino rushes up to the top from the lift and finds himself face to face with Jayski's minigun, and it's a clean belt grab for SKL. He also has boots. Here's a trade though. Tamer lane picks up the 100 armor on the other side of the map. As that belt's actually totally removed from SKL, purely from Enforcer. And Tamer still looking healthy, or using those boots to get out of that situation. Let's follow him now, as Dino gets 2 kills down low. So tiny lead by blue is getting eroded already. And Tamer, he knows this amp's up soon. We'll pick up some ammo ahead of the time. Looking for a kill onto Aiko here. Who goes down. Oh, misses the jump. And it's onto belt. He has that 1 boot remaining. Wants to slide under there and go up. Oh, but backs away. Decides not to risk it. Will instead move into KO SKL. Oh, but the spawn from Aiko is rough. Don't know what I'm saying there. And loads of armor for blue, and they have the amp, so this is a real turnaround for them. And that's what I was saying about this map. You can really block out enemy teams from certain rooms, especially the belt room, if you have that height advantage. You know, even with the boots there, Tamer lane not really able to make an impact. Oh, Jayski walks into a rocket. Now it's a 10-point lead for blue. So this is the biggest lead we've seen all game. Might actually have been bigger than any lead we saw last game as well. So very close between these two teams. That's Jayski looking like he'll go down to a stray link bolt. And Locke's coming up. Belt's on its way up. is taken by Nukoi. Let's follow him. As Aljas, I think, will get the 100 armor in 0. Yeah, there we go. It goes to him. Nukoi calling this 50 for his teammate because he doesn't need it. That's the thing to do. And the amp is up. SKL misses the jump, hits his head on the roof. And lots of presence here by Nukoi because of this belt and this minigun, but there's somebody behind him and he didn't notice. And I think everyone in blue just went down. So that's a massive, massive reset. If Nukoi can make the jump, oh, amped minigun is so good against spawners. But he's down low. The lead has been reduced to 4, but Aljas gets a nice snipe with the flak bomb onto the amp carrier. Shreds plasma as he just walks into the belt room and helps secure it for his team. Great play by Aljas. And a third. Loads and loads of damage from him, and really important ahead of this belt. Clean grab for Aiko as a result. And with the remnants of this amp, this is his chance to put the nail in the coffin, but it eats a full rocket. And a second. Great rockets from Tamerlane. And Aiko's trapped in this corner. And he goes down. So not able to leverage the advantage of that belt to full effect. As Aiko gets shock therapy. And we'll pick up this 100 armor. Oh, stolen by Aljas. Let's follow him. How many has he got this game? 12 this game. Definitely a 100 armor player. As he just allows that bio to kill his teammate. You can shoot those away. Massive combo into Dino. And he's just heard someone with boots. I'm pretty sure he saw the amp. 3 red players in the amp room. Ping Aljas to death. Oh, the amp isn't up yet. But it was also SKL who got the belt, but he's now low. Somehow survives that. I just saw Tamerlane jump up to the top. But he missed the jump, presumably. Oh, what a play by Tamerlane. Here's Aiko hammer jumping from underneath him and sacrifices himself for the peak. And it denies the hammer jump. Great play. And this is so messy in the central room. It's still an 8 frag lead for blue though. Red unable to mount this comeback as they were last game. And Tamer now has the boots. So this is where the difference is made. It's now a 5-point lead. This amp run defines who wins this game. Aljas goes down. It's a 4-point game now. If Red can do this a second time in a row, that would be huge. With a double kill from Tamerlane. This belt is up in a second, but a stray flak ball will take him out. And Jayski running towards this belt amp on the floor. Picks up a sniper as well. All he has to do is not throw now. And it's looking almost certainly... Oh, actually, hang on. Still 30 seconds. Anything could happen. Seems like frags are slowing down, though. Players playing a bit too passively. Oh, 4-point lead with 10 seconds. That is pretty much guaranteed for Red now. Or for blue, rather. As you can see, the players playing super passive. And they will win with a 5-point lead. Well played. Very, very close games between these two teams. Great to see. And really close damage. Close item control as well for the most part. 7 amps go to Red. But having said that, blue were always contesting the amps. And I think there was something like 3 or 4 denied hammer jumps. Mostly between Tamerlane and Aiko. So very, very close contest between these two teams. So in 15 minutes or so, there will be another game. Let's switch the screen. So I will be back in 15 minutes. And we're going to watch Psy's team versus Deity's team. Which will be same 2 maps again, because it's round dependent what maps are played. So I will see you all in 15 minutes, approximately. Hello again, I'm back. As are most of the players. Good moment to switch back in. So this is the second matchup that I will cover today. Will be against Team Deity versus Team Psy. His team name is Cripples for some reason. And he's not even the team with UTM4 on. But yes, will be the same two maps again. That being Nitro followed by Tempest. As I think this is the first game between either of these two teams. I'm gonna check the predictions quickly, see what people said. Predictions. (64% of people say they think Deity will win this 2-0. Only 22% voted for Psy, and then the remaining 14 were expecting a draw. What did I put? I said Psy will win. See what happens then as we wait for our last team member. I think it's Ponex. There we go. I just remembered a duel earlier, so that's finished. As UTM4 gets his head banged off in warm-up. But yeah, Nitro, as we saw, quite an aim-heavy map. Quite open, hard to lock down certain areas. So we'll probably go to the team with the highest aim, which is hard to judge. I think of all the players here, the best hit scan player is probably Dev. And will have experience on this map as well. Psy saying his team's ready, just waiting on red. Zil not even bothering to have the clan tag. Alright, let's head into the game. Here we go. They've remembered who was hosting. Map 1 of this matchup between Psy's team and Deity's team. Two German captains, both with very long history of TDM in Unreal Tournament. And both quite mixed rosters in terms of nationalities. As a very messy first couple seconds due to the auto cam. Let's switch on to someone. Switch on to Dev, who has that sniper and is running for his life from Zill's flat cannon. First 100 up in 5 seconds. Blue team have swarmed this room utterly. What happened there? Psy's sitting on it. He's only got 9 health though, so he will go down to just about any shot. Needs to get to some health bubbles. Needs to dodge that rocket as well. Oh, and the health has been taken. He's got team support, but he desperately needs the health. There we go. Oh, and then the rocket hits him from out of nowhere. That's so unfortunate. Nearly another one. Wow, Psy. He's a rocket magnet. That was a great little shot though. And Deity doesn't want to push up there. The two captains facing off against each other. Ponex gets the 100 on the other side of the map, but Tukra picks up the belt. Does need a gun though. Oh, this is the belt jump. Yeah, should probably be screaming for a gun here. But he's actually just going to wait at the amp. Oh, makes it to that rocket launcher just in time. And hits Ponex with a full rocket. But that's his belt gone. Ponex gets fired from behind, so that was Blue's only presence to contest that amp. And it will be UTM4 to pick that up. Does he dodge down for the keg as well? No, he doesn't. And UTM4 is no slouch with the hit scan, even if he does usually only use bio. As he can't really get towards anybody. There we go. It's found 2 players. And Sai surely going down here, but no. There we go. Finally a kill for UTM4. And the flak from the side knocks him over. And he can't make the belt jump as a result. He's definitely going on about how trash he is in the voice channel. Having played with him last cup. Quite a vocal player. And it was Zil who got the belt. Let's follow him as he's got 2 spawning players right in front of him. They are trapped with him. And he butchers them with the flak cannon. But a very even game so far. And looks like Furio... Oh, no way! Tukra gets his ass pounded by a rocket there from his teammate. And Zil drops in the same rocket launcher that he used to kill him just a few seconds ago. Yeah, stable couple of seconds here. As Zil actually dodges away from the amp. And looks like Blue are there ahead of time, so a mistime on the part of Red. But they've pushed inside. It was only Sai who was there, and he hits a good rocket, but that's not enough to take out Zil, because Zil still had a full belt. And Sai goes down a second time. It's now belt up. Zil wants this. They should really leave it for him. Nope. It will be Deity to pick that up. So Zil's going to have to be a glass cannon with this amp. Only 8 seconds left as he runs in. Ponix goes down from someone across the map, and Zil, he's poking in with Sniper. This is so risky, but it's going really well for him. And a second one. Great play by Zil. Recognizing that he didn't have the health to go in there, and then just playing it nice and passively and getting a couple kills. Like to see it. And 100 arms up. Ponix in position to pick that up. And we finally have a very slight lead for one team, that team being Red. Belt's up in about 10 seconds. We'll probably see the teams move in here. The 100's coming up. I think Tukra's going to pick that up, but the belt's coming up soon as well. Reds have swarmed the room, but so Blue. Let's switch over to Ponix, I was about to say, but he gets instantly headshot. And it's another of those messy fights up the lift. Will be Deity to make the jump. So another belt goes the way of Red, but he misses the jump. Oh no, and the Enforcer player from behind. That is such a blunder. And this will... And UTM4 dies on the lift as well. Oh, and a failed lift jump for Ponix. Will be Dev misses the jump as well. What's happening here? Finally. Ponix to pick that up, but the amp is picked up in the meantime. So a lot of floundering over that belt there. These 2 players cannot hit UTM4. You've got Sniper and Amp Sniper. Finally, he goes down there. Bit embarrassing. Perhaps these teams aren't quite warmed up today. Hundred Armor's just spawned. UTM4 heard it. And is contesting it. And he will pick that up. And have a very close range fight with Ponix. He's got team support. But the rockets from Ponix are really good, and Furio comes in with a flat cannon and takes out UTM4, so that armor advantage is gone. And it's going to be a play for the next belt, which is up in 7 seconds. It will be, I think, Blue who have time on that. Because they were delaying it last time around, let's say. And it will be Deity to pick up that belt. No, he goes down! Just in the nick of time as well. Belt's still up. Goes to Ponix. So another quite messy belt fight. Another fail by Red to pick up the belt just at the last second. And a double kill for Ponix. Utilizing that belt to full effect. The amp's actually up. But nobody seems to know. Except maybe Deity. He's moving in. Will he? Oh, UTM4's just spotted that. But they're getting rinsed by this minigun. Deity's there to pick it up. Switch to his POV. As he's got a bit of a shooting gallery in front of him here. Oh, but he can't hit the shot, and the rockets are scary from Ponix. Very much a glass cannon is this amp run. No stack on Deity at all, but he's finding players with their backs turned, and that's freebies as far as an amp sniper is concerned. Oh, but Sai's pushing in with the flak. Tons and tons of damage, but he can't connect the last shot. There we go. Deity also unable to connect. Loads of pressure being applied by Sai there just to kill that amp run dead. And it's another belt coming up. It's Ponix. Takes presence in the room with the minigun. Oh, he's knocked off by the rockets. Oh, Sai nearly as well locked off, but instead just takes a fat 90 damage. So much pressure being applied on these belts. I didn't even know you could do that jump just there. That's new. Wish I knew that. But nothing coming up for a little while except that 100 armor. No major items though. As Sai is just going to sit at the top, throws his teammate a gun, and then decides that he wants to throw him another gun, but dies to a rocket sniper bounce combo from across the map. And Red have 200 armor, so that's quite significant because they're moving over towards this amp. Dev goes down, had no health to hold it there. As Tukra's moving in, and will pick up that amp and a sniper. So pressure's onto Tukra. Actually, Red are really far ahead. I've just noticed. Looking really comfortable. Oh, Tukra goes down to try rockets. Literally takes 200 damage. It's the only way he could have died in one shot there, except a massive combo. And steals the 100 armor away from UTM4. It's Ponix with that amp sniper. Takes a ton of link plasma damage. And unfortunately can't get much out of this amp run as a result. But that could have been so much worse for Blue. And they've actually narrowed the gap. It was 20 frags and now it's down to 10. So great play by them. And you got to ask yourself, was Tukra kind of overextending there when he jumped down to defend that belt? Can sometimes be better to play those power-ups slightly passively. And UTM4, oh, with the hammer. We have to watch this. There we go. Get a real gun. But it's belt up in 2 seconds. Another messy fight by the looks of things. Ponix trying to make the jump. He's got 3 HP. He dies to Deity's Enforcer. But it will be Sai to pick up that belt. Lots of belts for Blue, I feel. And the close range fight against UTM4, he doesn't have the guns to deal with this rocket launcher, but he knows the amp's coming up. There we go, he just heard it spawn. Oh, but the door shuts just before he can sidestep into the amp, and he goes down to Zil, who will surely know that amp's up. Zil gets a multi-kill that we didn't even see. Drops a sniper for his teammate who has the health. Well, a little bit more health. And Deity takes out Furio. This is a really strong position for an amp carrier because you can defend the 100 armor. You've got walls that you can block off shots. It's a lot more safe than trying to sit at the top of the belt. Nice double kill by Deity there. Nearly a third. But a really strong amp run there. Loads of pressure applied in the middle of the map, stopping people from moving and helping out other power-ups. And that's probably secured his team this belt, which is up in about a second. UTM4 sitting on it. There we go, we'll pick it up. Took almost no health damage before that as well, so he's looking healthy and has a ton of guns. So let's see what he can do with it. As it's now up to a 15-point lead for Team Red. Oh, great flak ball by UTM4 into Furio. Denies that 100 armor entirely. And 2 spawn players are right in front of him. He just needs to hit a little bit of flak here. So many players in front of him. Oh, they are pressuring him with all the guns at the moment. Nice slide under the shock ball, but it looks like he will go down to the pressure. Unfortunate that he couldn't hit a couple more flaks there. As the 100 armor goes to Furio. Looking like he's the 100 armor player for Team Blue at the moment, or at least one of them. And a great flat kill on UTM4. Probably one onto Zil as well. He just needs to hit a couple of bits of damage. But Zil escapes, and the belt goes the way of Red. It will be Deity to pick that up as he comes face to face with that amp that's just been picked up by Ponix. Oh, great play by Ponix. Slides along the wall and ambushes the belt carrier. One-shots him with the flak. But now he needs to play it a bit passively. Which he will. He's just going to sit on this health. Lining up a shot. There we go. Denies that 100 armor off UTM4. Oh, but then he goes in, trying to get something out of the last few seconds of that amp, but will be unsuccessful. take a look at this 100 armor. 2Crit is in position to pick that up, and it spawns in front of him. And still a 15-point lead, so not quite as close as our previous games, but this is certainly still winnable for blue. It's 3 minutes remaining. We saw them make a 10 frag comeback in about 30 seconds earlier in the game. Oh, and 2Crit's not going to be able to get... Oh, actually, Sai misses the jump, and it will be Deity to pick up that belt. Let's follow him now. Oh, as Sai walks straight into him, Deity's got to be careful. These rockets, so much damage, and he goes down almost instantly. It's the power of the tri-rockets. But still, tons and tons of armor for Team Red. And Red looking in great position to take this amp. Deity's posted on it. As Zil gets a double kill air rocket and kills himself. What happened there? Oh, Deity, great play with the flak here. But goes down to double enforcer from 2 players. Zil with some nice team support though, here to clean up the situation, pick up that amp. And it's going to sit on the amp, but needs to be careful. Those rockets luckily missed by Furio. And Zil missing a couple of shots here, but it doesn't end up mattering. He's just tasked with defending this belt now. Oh, but he can't hit the shots. There we go, there's one, but it's too late. Sai takes him out. Admittedly, Deity did get the belt though, so distraction was accomplished by Zil. And this is kind of all they need to do now. It's now only a minute and a half left, and that 18 frag gap now is looking pretty insurmountable. I'll put up the stats for you guys. Slight damage lead for Red. And quite significant armor advantage and amp time. So that probably tells the story of those 15 missing frags that blue have. As we move into the last minute of the game, it will be the last belt coming up. Ponix is sat on it, but he's so low. They essentially need this belt. Oh, he's dodged off it. They need the belt, and they need to go to that amp that was just dropped by Deity. There we go. Sai now has it, so this is their final opportunity. Sai needs a massive amp run here if he wants to pull this back. UTM4 is actually exposing himself there. Sai's waiting for the keg, but there's just not time. Oh, burning seconds of this amp. There we go. The keg will spawn now, but that's so much time spent. Look at all the armor that Red were able to get in that time. And that just makes it so difficult. It's now an 11-point lead. And that huge amp run that we were all envisioning has just died. Yeah, unfortunate there. I assume Sai thought the keg would be slightly sooner. And then he could have gone and tried to kill as many players as possible. But in the end, unable to claw it back. Big game from Deity. 40 kills during the map. But yeah, actually quite a close game for the most part. Lead held by Red throughout most. But it was quite a bit larger of a lead at one point. And we will move on to map 2. So once again, my predictions are totally wrong. Yeah, actually, Smalls, you're right. It is quite low damage. So I'm curious to see how Tempest will play out. Given that it is quite a different map to Nitro, it's a lot more enclosed. Still quite dangerous to grab the amp, but it's very central by comparison to Nitro, where it's sort of up in the corner and you have to set up ahead of time. I think Tempest probably favours teams that have a bit more of a tactical approach. The benefit of me dual streaming is that nobody will be able to see the depravity that's going on in the Twitch chat. Unless I put it on screen or something. And then it'll be recorded forever. But yeah, we are just waiting for one player to restart. Furio. Yep. Why would I use my phone when I have a second monitor? I'm not alt-tabbing. I have it on a second monitor. Oh, such accusations in the chat. There we go, Furio's back. I think just looking at the teams, I would expect that Psy's team would do a bit better on this map than on Nitro. They seem like a bit more of a tactical side. But have fun is called. Let's get into the game.
Three, two, one.
Follow Furio, he's got that shock rifle off the bat. Dominant position in this middle room here. Definitely one that you can have a very strong game from. But he's getting rushed from all angles. He's down to 1 HP. Deity slides under that shock combo and kills him with the Enforcer. UTM4 also down to 1 HP. And the 100 armor is grabbed by Zill. Surprisingly, none of the armor was grabbed as soon as it spawns. So everything's very slightly delayed, which could be interesting for the first belt fight, because you can probably get from the belt to the armor in about 4 seconds. Oh, Zill narrowly dodging some flak from Psy as he comes up the lift, and he's in great position for the belt, but probably wants to give this to a teammate. Until he, unless he takes that damage there, which he has done. Picks up the belt. One player comes up the lift. And Zill doing loads of damage to loads of players, but not getting any finishing kills. As he dodges into a wall. The 100 armor did, I believe, go to blue. Given that they didn't have much presence in the belt room. Oh! The belt player goes down. Not much armor on blue either, and it's the amp to play for. Huh. Dev standing in a place of the map that I didn't know you could stand. Which is embarrassing. Oh, but Psy and Dev both jump for the amp and both die. Where's it oh, it's dropped on. That's so unfortunate. The amp is actually dropped up here with more boots, and UTM4 messes the jump up. There we go, picks it up, but that means he's not in time to get to the belt. Luckily it was his teammate who picked that belt up. These boot plays, like nothing I've seen before. Or backstab of the flak fight in the hallway, as Furio gets absolutely supernovaed from the side by that shock combo. UTM4 with another flak kill onto Psy. Possibly a second here onto Ponix, who just wanders into a flak ball, and UTM4 has spotted a spawner. So a good couple minutes from UTM4 as he helps his team prepare for this belt fight. It's up in about 10 seconds, and they're looking like they have all the presence in this room, and they're locking down the entrances. Zil has the belt. Oh, what? Zil had the 100 armor and he took the belt anyway. Definitely argue that as a misplay. That's 100 armor down the drain. And a 7-point lead as Sai fails another jump up to the amp and Zil gets a double kill in the middle of the room. Spotted 2 players approaching from the belt. They're waiting for someone to appear with boots, really. There we go. Will be Deity to pick that up. Oh, but gets nuked before he hits the floor. And Sai's there to steal the amp. He's got a bit of stack behind this as well. He must have spawned at the sniper rifle. And now he's moving in, but the tri-rockets from UTM4 are huge. And now he's got the amp, and he got the 100 armor. So opportunity for him to get some frags and make this lead even bigger for Red. Oh, great rocket. And a double kill onto Furio, remaining calm. Possibly a spawn frag here as well. He can drop down this hole here. Be Dev to pick up the 100 armor. And now a 2-1 scoreline pretty much. Looking even more dominant than on Nitro, so my predictions are in shambles, that's for sure. Put up the stats here if you take a look at. Quite even across the board for Red, honestly. Zil slightly ahead in terms of damage and stats. But 4-0 belts. And quite a bit more amp time. Because that amp was dropped for so long, we've only had 42 seconds of amp. But lots of armor for Red still. And it's actually Dev to pick up the amp, so cleanest grab we've seen of the amp all game, so this could be a run here. Dev's got great hit scan, he takes out UTM4 and here's 100 armor for him. So opportunity to start making up this deficit. It's now only a 13-point lead. Oh, narrowly sidesteps those rockets but eats the second one. UTM4 gets the kill as well. Those choke points are so dangerous against the rockets. Ponix somehow got himself the belt. They got himself the amp, rather. So slight recovery on that that misplay by Dev. Well, I wouldn't call it a misplay. He just got rocket spammed by ETM4. And it's belt up in 8. Ponix, he's up there, but doesn't have the health to deal with the Enforcer player. Deity's up there as well. And Furio gets obliterated by multiple players. And now Red are just going to cover this while Zil walks up and takes it. Let's follow him. Oh, headshot onto Deity from Dev. Zil going in hard with the minigun, but runs out of ammo. And will get taken out by Ponix, I think. And it's amp up in 5 seconds. Great headshot by Zil there. Nearly a second kill onto Sai as well. Defending this room against the blue tide. Wanting to take this amp as well. Oh, but he's headshot himself by Dev. Dev's just hit 2 headshots in about 30 seconds. And he's got himself the amp. He's got team support as well. But no, the great combo by Tukra. But here's that team support. Ponix in position to pick up the amp. And Tukra takes himself out this time. He's moving over towards this belt. It's up in a couple of seconds. But decides to double back for frags. As Tukra nearly loses his head a second time. And Red, they play that quite well. None of them crossed until the amp was completely emptied. And Blue actually lose that 100 armor. That's really unfortunate. They had great positioning there, but it's stolen by Zil. Oh, nice combo. Let's pull up these stats again. Is Zil still leading the server by quite a way with 19 frags, 2.7k damage. And it's looking quite dominant for red. They're in great position for another belt as well. As Furio hands another frag over. Sai possibly going down here as well. Nearly sneaks out. 3 blue players still pushing here. I don't know why. Belt's long gone. And it will be Sai to pick up the amp, but he dies immediately, only with 9 health. And Zil, who's now stacked and with boots, has the amp. He's going hunting. And 200 damage direct rocket onto Ponex. That's a good start. Looking for spawners. Can't find anyone. Needs calls from his teammates. There we go. He's found Dev, but can't hit the shots. And another 100 armor goes to red. So all over the 100 armors this game. 11 to 5. Azil is moving in towards this belt. He knows the time and he's got the boots, so he can actually go for it now. Kills Sai. Does he know he's got boots? He must do. Furio goes down as well. And Zil pushes out. But that guarantees his team the belt. And it will go to Tukra. And the 100 goes to red as well. So hugely dominant on the power-ups this last couple minutes. And it's looking like a bit of a repeat of last game where red just have the lead throughout. So blue are the team that need to make something happen. Might be one of those situations where you just have to regain composure as a team and have a unified plan and actually make a move on a major power-up in a coordinated manner. Because it's looking a bit slapdash. The amp is now up. And that is taken but dropped instantly. Now picked up by Sai. Has a sniper, so we'll probably pull that out, yep. And he's pushing up. Can KO UTM4 here, but needs to hit the shot, and UTM4's just walked onto the belt. That's outrageous. I mean, he dies, but great play by him to actually just go for that. Sai just cannot hit the sniper when it's needed most. And it's still a 12-point lead, so relatively stable, honestly, but that lead is just not going anywhere. Blue need to do something quite significant to make a dent in that, I think. Some aerial combat by UTM4 here. Not one to save the boots, clearly. And might go down to Ponex. Yep, will do. It's going to be Ponex to pick up this 100. Oh, he heard it spawn, but he's walked away from it. Okay, his teammate gets the 100. We'll go to Sai. UTM4 getting knocked around. And it's Sai making a move on the belt, but Zil's already there ahead of time. Zil goes down to a direct rocket. Nice play by Sai. And it's a 9-point lead. They got that belt really quite cleanly, and probably a spawn frag here as well. Oh, but UTM4 hits a full bio. Of course he does. And actually survives. Sai in here to defend the amp. Deity makes a jump for it and dies, but he's dropped a boot at the top. And it will be Deity. He knows the hammer jump. Oh, but try rockets from the side. On this map, you've got to get that amp and get out of that room because it's so dangerous. Oh dear. That's not what you want if you're blue. Double suicide from an amped rocket. Luckily, Dev is there to pick up the amp. Oh, but he gets bioed by UTM4 as well. Clutch bio plays by UTM4. They're just stopping all the momentum from blue team. And right now they need momentum if they want to win this game. Because this lead has just remained pretty much the same for about 10 minutes now. They're clearly capable of going even, because the game has been stable, but they just need that little bit more. Was Deity who picked up the belt, and did so without taking any damage. Furio trying his luck with the bio actually gets the kill, or gets the full hit rather, but it is Deity who gets the kill. And now the lead is looking more like 20 frags. Oh, what a rocket from Deity. Just lobs one towards the 100 armor and gets a kill. And with 2 minutes left and pretty much 20 kills, it's looking pretty ugly for blue. $100 armor's actually up. No one's in position to take it. Getting to that stage in the game where people lose timing on things. The amp's up as well. I think people are fighting all over that. As is the belt. So all the major items are up. Onyx getting in position for that belt. Goes to Dev. UTM4 got the 100 armor and now it's the amp. This amp is pretty much the last chance for blue to win this game. They need the amp and a run. But it's Tukra who gets the amp. All he needs to do is burn this amp. And he actually gets a kill onto Dev, who goes to the jump pad. Has handed it over. There's 15 seconds left. Sai's got 15 seconds to save this game. He needs to go thermonuclear. Oh, but he's just not finding anyone. That's so rough. Saw about 2 people that whole amp run. And it's looking like pretty much a wash. Very, very close damage between these two teams. But just look at that 100 armor domination from red. 30 seconds to go. The lead did get a bit of a dent made in it this last minute, but won't be enough, I'm sure. Red have pretty much got this in the bag. 10, 9. And there you have it. Game 2 goes the way of Deity's squad. And Sai don't win a point. I do have a funny replay to show you, I think. These are our belt jump fails. There's one. Switch back to the belt. Another one dies on the lift. Missed jump there. And another one. Anyway, there we go. 2 games down. Or 2 matchups down. 1 draw between Eiko and Tamo, and then Deity 2-0 Sai's squad. That will be it for me. My cat's screaming at the door, trying to get me to let him in, so I'm going to go do that. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'm sure there will be more games next week for me to stream, so I'll see you then. Yeah. See ya.